in the second row. Dylan Moses, captain and co-coach, is at the back of the scrum with Taihia, Rapira, Tuitama, Satai making up a very, very powerful Point Chevalier Pirates squad. Plenty of weaponry there for the coaches, the dual coaches, under Nutella and Dylan Moses. Here's the Papakura line-up with Rusty.
Yeah, we've got James Dowie at fullback, new level, and George Edwards on the wings with Andrew Tusani and Zachariah Chongni in the centres. Halves, Arthur Crichton and Reece Joyce. Keanu Dawson, Laikam Uasi, Hemi Douglas in the front row. Johnny Vitunibol and Sania Ikahihifo in the second row with Roman Hefo coming off the back of the scrum. The bench will be Terence Phillips, King Vini Yayawa, Francis David Toitu and Wheeler Ayalupo.
Well, looking forward to this one, Rusty, and Rusty's beside me. Of course, sideline is our friend Wailangi Korpu. We'll come to you early with conditions. In fact, perhaps have a moment here. Craig McMillan, the Auckland Rugby League referee of the year, in control here of the grand final. In fact, we'll just wait for kickoff. Looks like we're about ready to get underway, and we'll join you very shortly, Wailangi, for an update. A little bit of drizzle has just fallen prior to kickoff, but this is what these teams play for. Selena Kipawa has given great service to the Pirates over the last couple of seasons. Hemi Douglas, a strong, young, strapping prop forward. Tavita Latu, ton of experience. Plenty of gamesmanship from Tavita. Ika Hihifo, stunning season for the Sea Eagles. Ground in terrific condition. All is in readiness. And as Otanuku has the last minute chat with the referee. The grand final of 2016 is underway. You're watching the Fox on Māori television. First receipts of the football to Chong Ni. And no doubt there'll be some heavy collisions in the opening exchanges. Sideline with you, Wailangi, for an update on ground and weather conditions, and a warm welcome as well. Ho, tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe, Dale, tēnā koe, Rusty, ana o tina, tēnā rā tātou katoa. Yeah, he ua ko pata kai te hāre ki konei.
Hefo immediately into space. Sorry to interrupt, but that surging run from the skipper has set up a great opening here for the Sea Eagles. The whole community in behind them, those who are really strong supporters of rugby league, acknowledging how difficult it is to make the final. So a lot of expectation, and the first penalty of the afternoon is to the Sea Eagles. And let's have another look at Roman Hefo's run as we're rejoined by Wairangi.
Yeah, just a slight breeze here to the back of the Point Chev Pirates. A little bit of rain fell earlier, but we might get a drizzle at some stage through the game. But both teams obviously played in plenty of conditions before, and the Paararotonga Mountain number 2, it's in pretty good condition here as well. So should get some quality football out of both these sides in the grand final.
Young Kelly Dawson gets a nice offload. It's flicked back on the inside from Uasi. Now Hefo. He's only 5 metres from the trial, and gee, wouldn't it be a great start if the Sea Eagles were able to get in, and that is exactly what has happened. Reece Joyce sensed an opportunity, swung it wide. George Edwards in first up.
Yeah, well spotted opportunity there from the young NRL rookie star. Reece Joyce there, seeing the opportunity there and doing a double gut-out pass to the unmarked George Edwards, who's shoulder crossed untouched to score the opening try of the match in the 2016 Fox Memorial Grand Final.
What a start. You don't get too many opportunities like that, but they've had all the momentum and all the pill, but great foresight to swing it wide, Wairangi.
Yeah, kei runa atu timatanga with the Papakura Sea Eagles. I mean, they've come here with intent, the Papakura Sea Eagles, on taking this one out. Not ever having taken a Fox Memorial Championship, as we mentioned in the build-up to this one. Probably the most depleted Point Chev side I've seen in 2016. That's not to take any away from what they want to do out here today, but just in terms of manpower, no Patrick Sipley, no Tonks, there's no young Oliver Tuamavavi that will line up in this one. So there's going to be some very clever coaching by Andrew Tara and Dylan Moses, and we could see immediately one of probably their most impact player last week, Tavita Satai, starting from the bench. He's looking for maybe in the back end of the game for the Point Chev Pirates to come home.
Thank you. A lovely little ball as well, sent wide by Reece Joyce. I've probably been a little bit unkind to his sporting history, in the sense that the NRL rookie described him as a rugby player turned to league. Sure, he's played a few seasons, I must admit, out at the Bombay Rugby Club, but prior to that, umpteen seasons for the Otara Scorpions, so it's not as if he's a stranger to the code. He has had a break, and gee, he's come back from rugby and slotted in here for Richie Blackmore. And it's been an absolutely integral part of the success they've enjoyed through this season. Ikahihi for gets upended, a brutal defence as well from Adam McCarthy.
There's a good tackle there from Adam McCarthy. Now, Port Chev now in fine field position here, Dale. The scrum on the Papakura 20-metre. Coach Richie Blackmore there looking on.
Arden back from international duty. I think he played for Samoa against the USA. Let's have a look at the hit here. What's Ikahihi for? Lifted and driven to ground. Little knock on as well. So good field position. As Rusty's mentioned, here come the Pirates. In our modern Fox Championships, it's been a long time since we've seen any team come away with 4 wins in a row. I'll have to check the stat books to see when the last time, if ever, that was done. This is Otanuku.
It was Northcote, 91 through 94, under the coach of Graham Norton.
Oh, there we go. You've answered the question without having to use Uncle Google. 18 metres out from the try line. And Tavita Latu is there. There's a strip. 2 points on offer. Grand final. Will they think about it? The answer is evident. Straight away goes Dion Briggs. Big responsibility on Dion. Starting prop today. He's got Tavita Sate in the wings. He's been one of the very best for the Green Machine. Sania Kapawa taken out now. It's 5 out from the line. So it's Latu. Steers it across for Briggs. Backdoor for Wax. And he is to ground, Jeremiah Pye. So much weight on his shoulders today. And
He's looked like
is Ginger injured immediately?
Yeah, just a little dislocated finger in there, just for measure.
A dislocated finger. And the trainer will come back and, I think after he plays the ball, maybe pop it back in. But that's going to be a bit of a problem as well today, as if there weren't enough issues regarding some of the top players for the Pirates being injured.
Yeah, just adds to the long list of injuries for Jeremiah Pye, unfortunately for him there. He's been in the wars, this man, and years of league, playing in that key position as well. Also playing loose forward during his career. As you mentioned earlier, played for the New South Wales Cup in the Vulcans. NRL, so he has been around and experienced footy at the highest levels. And it does take its toll on your body, Dale.
Champion character too. It really is. He's a wholehearted contributor to team culture. As we see Briggs moving it then through Moses. Bit of a juggle on net out on the outside there. Soelia Makawi at 18 playing at halfback. Not the start he would have wanted.
Yeah, it looks promising, that movement out to the right-hand edge. But Papakura thankful for the opportunity, and they're bringing it back with strong carries from their forwards now.
Hemi Douglas has had a great year. Here's he for once again. Been around a long time. Roman coached the Otahuhu College squad in this week's National Secondary Schools Championships. Held out in Takanini, Papakura way. Bruce Pullman Park. Congratulations to the winners there for the very first time, Southern Cross campus. And a win over the Carlton Boys High squad to be the National Secondary Schools champion. And in the development grade, Onehunga High School successful. And their win against Taiwananga. Kurukapa Pamari out of a combination of the Hamilton and Palmerston North campuses. Their first time at the tournament as well. Onehunga High School. The late victory there. The finals late this week. Out of dummy half goes Pierre Pilly. He's got some wheels too, Pierre.
Yeah, Pierre took a really good bomb take as well from a huge bomb put up by Reece Joyce. He took that very, very confidently on that right touchline.
He's done some good things as well throughout the year, to be honest. Here's James Dowie, fullback of the year at the Auckland Rugby League Awards midweek. And while we're at that, congratulations to Zach Tippins as well, the ARL Player of the Year. And also
Hooker there, he's very consistent throughout the year.
Very good. And young Zay Wallace, not surprisingly, the Rookie of the Year, the young Mount Albert halfback So with the ball is Andrew Tusiali. Tough, uncompromising defensive work going on centre field. Heathrow is again there. He'll cause some problems all day too. Ranging up beside him is Crichton. That's him with the football now. He'll push it out wide. Into the hands of Chong Ni. Close to the line, but they won't get him across the line. Levu takes the acting half roll. Cross to Crichton. Here's the big left foot. Where are the chasers from Papakura? Zotanuku comes through. Takes the high ball with real skill.
Yeah, that was a beautiful take from Siwa Otanuku. Since scintillating form last week in the semi-final against Mount Albert as well. And they'll be looking for more of that same form today.
Well, the loss of Carl's quite significant. Of course, the Lance Painter goal kicker of the year as well at the awards midweek. So his absence put a lot more pressure, Wairangi, on, of course, Jeremiah Pye and also Makaui.
Yeah, and also Dylan Moses as well, who likes to, he's another one who steps up and runs a lot of plays for the Point Chev Pirates. And they're going to have to be patient, the Point Chev Pirates, throughout this. But very early on, only almost 10 minutes gone. This is some quality rugby league from both these sides.
James Dowie has the football just outside his 10-metre line. Lots to like about the attitude on display here from Chong Ni. He's had a few touches. He's built like a back rower as well as Levu takes the ball forward. Kapau is there with Tavita Latu to make the tackle. Uasi showing his versatility too. A dummy half, equally adept at the base of the scrum as well. Without him, it's him with the football and across to Crichton. A newish name. Arthur Crichton. Joyce. It's picked up by the wind and it's touched by George Edwards, but then goes into touch. There's the Papakura faithful. Good numbers. A few faces from other clubs as well, out enjoying the final. Piapili. The young Popo for Richie Blackmore have been strong throughout the year and formed some good combinations. Hemi Douglas and Kalu Dawson. Now Kalu played for Kelvin Wright's 20s this year, so he's got a big future as well.
He's still 19 years old, so huge future ahead for the young man and learning a lot under the guidance of Richie Blackmore as well.
This is Taylor Daniels.
Just around the neck there. Ika Hifo.
Summarise his season.
Ika Hifo, he's been very good. He's quite unorthodox as well. He's very elusive on that edge. He likes to really take the line on. He's very good at breaking the line and good support runner as well. Runs onto a lot of nice balls off his halves as well.
He would have been my player of the year. Zach Tibbins had a great year, but for me, we got here for, and being a back rower, I suppose I'm a little bit more favourable to back rowers, but for me, the most outstanding player of the year.
Yeah, I'd rate him up highly like that too. I think he's had a wonderful year. Dion Briggs earns another penalty.
But it's a very different story at the awards on Wednesday night for Auckland Rugby League. The loose forward of the year went to Trent Bishop from Howick.
Tony Tui, a prop forward. But of course, this is chosen, chosen by the referees. Dion Briggs has been very involved early on. I think he realises he's got limited game time. He'll be replaced at about the 20-minute mark. As Dylan Moses gets the ball nicely away to Makoe, but he can't get through on the far side. Joyce is there. Otunuku comes in, setting an opportunity and almost sneaks underneath a tackle. So it's Latu. The torpedo pass for Moses. It's now out to Pye, left foot into the end goal, and it will beat everyone dead.
Yeah, it's a nice repeat set for the Pirates there. That'll be a goal line dropout now for Papakura. Papakura way of getting a hand to that kick there, and the kick then going dead. Roman Hifo just questioning the referee's decision, not realising that it actually came off a Papakura player.
I'm pleased to say that a fundraiser for bowel cancer New Zealand put together by the Papakura Sea Eagles a week and a half or so ago raised about $10,000 for that very worthy cause, and the club will be supporting that kaupapa again next year as well. Latu looking on. He's had NRL experience himself. But what we do get from it is, again, a wholehearted performance. Just 30 metres on the dropout for Pili. Decent enough chase from Tusane. Dummy half is Daniels. Kipawa, direct. Been very good for the Pirates over the last couple of years too, Selinga. Uwasi working hard here, and they will have to. Defenders, Uwasi and Hefel combined to put Briggs away. As you can see, just 5 metres out from the line. And there are opportunities to the right and left. Latu goes off to the right, getting the ball inside is Makawe, and this is Alan McCarthy. Across the top of him comes Douglas. Ikahihi for downstairs to make the tackle. Still close to the line. Latu darting left. Moses tap on. Skills for Malo Solomona to take advantage of. He's to ground. 8 from the line. Otunuku in the dummy half. He'll punch the ball across to Pai. The kick. The bounce is good. Numbers down the right side. Healy comes back on the inside. Flicks the ball. Oh, have a look at that one. Taylor Daniels. Under they go to the line. Reaching out.
Oh, that's some pretty football there. Amazing stuff there.
The Pirates.
And Pierre Pili flicking that ball back into Adam McCarthy. That was pretty athletic. Very nice to see.
So. Well,
exciting stuff.
So you get the pieces of 8 if you're a Pirate. You have a go at everything. And this is George Edwards. He'll do some of the forward work to the 10-metre line. Look at the flick. Pili, Daniels. And turning it around. They really had a go, didn't they? Hats off to the Pirates. Attitude to the max. It's Kapai, what we're witnessing out there, why?
Yeah, kei ngona atu. Aha koa kāri piro ko te mea nui kei te tuku i ngā pātai ki te rārangi ara o Papakura. You know, even though they didn't come up with any points there, they're just asking questions of the Papakura Seagulls. At the moment, Papakura Seagulls are standing strong.
Hefel, just outside the 30. Uwasi, run on from one of the best. Hefel, here's Eliakim again. Hefel, and a kick from the skipper. Down to Saula Solomona, this season's top try scorer. Must be watched like a hawk or a seagull. Otunuku and Malo Solomona getting the ball away. Well, the Pirates are showing great skill here in the offloading department. A little bit of drizzle. Slightly problematic for the two teams. Pili comes in from the right wing. Almost splits the defence through the middle. Tavita Satai, one of the standout big men of the competition this year. Crossfield comes Pai, that skillful left boot, this time a little bit too heavy from Jeremiah. Back to the 20 for the restart, to the sideline for Waitangi.
He just looked up and realised that Tavita Satai had played the ball very, very quickly, and Papakura Seagulls were on the back foot. He maybe thought if they could get a repeat set there, but very, very skinny in goals here at the Paora Tonga at number 2. You know, it's very, very difficult for kickers to put the ball along the ground and look for a repeat set. So I dare say that we won't see too much grubbering in this game.
Quarter of an hour gone in the grand final for 2016. Probing through the middle. Johnny V. Good character, enjoyed meeting some of these guys too. A social setting. A week or two back, now that's great defence. Driven across the sidelines to Sianu. The man responsible, Arden Muscleman McCarthy.
Yeah, and they played in the green strip when we had the game for the council for Bell Council, didn't we, Dale?
That's right, Papakura did, didn't they?
Did they raffle them off that night?
They did
auction them off?
Yes, they did.
Very good.
They pulled five hundies or more, both of the jerseys.
Very good. But nah, good defence there from Port Chevalier Pirates there. Pushing Georgie Edwards into touch there, and Andrew Tusani rather.
Taylor Daniels. Steely determination. Johnny, get the boat. Off the back comes Dylan Moses. And push it wide. Pai, Solomona. Muller thought about it, then he did get the pass away, but it went to the wrong man. It's gone to Nulevu. He'll step on the inside. Satai across the top. Panic times for the Green Machine now. Unexpectedly, the Sea Eagles find themselves in the strike zone. Back to Zach Chong Ni. Pulled down on the 20 metres. Uasi has a look to the right, comes back for Dawson. He'll push it across to Joyce. Now out to Kahihi for straightening. Put away, and the tackle of Makawi. Quick play the ball for Joyce. Here comes the hard-running Douglas. Big Hemi, a charge towards the line, and then folded in half and steered back towards his own line. So it's Hefo. He gets first bite of the cherry. The B-ball pass back. Wilai Lupo comes up with the ball. The former Otara Scorpion, and big man comes a surging, gets the pass away to Johnny V. He comes very close. The Pirates, they get him at the last desperate moment. Can they get across now? The Sea Eagles with Hefo changing the angle of the attack. Hefo needs to free his arms, and he cannot. The Pirates do well, and they will get the ball.
Yeah, it was a pour into the set there for Papakura. Roman Hefo, I don't think, realised that it was fifth and final, and running straight back into the defence of Malo Solomona. And Prince Chev there, dodging a bullet, and thankful to have possession now.
4-0 scoreline, rain coming in behind the Pirates. I mentioned it'll be a problem. It will certainly slicken the field, make ball control even more in part of the game if it wasn't already. Here's Latu, gets the ball jarred loose with what was a very solid hit from Ikahivo. And he's in a bit of trouble now, Tavita. Took a shot. One of the best in 2016. Puts the hit on, have a look at it again. Schultzen jars that ball free. Wailangi, the rain, please. Tell us, is it falling heavily? What's it going to do to conditions out there?
Nah, he ua ko pata-pata-naki. It's just a light rain to the back of the Point Chev Pirates. Shouldn't play too much part of it. There is a crosswind here as well, so it should keep things nice and dry. I think, for me, the Papakura Sea Eagles, they're a prepared side in this game. They know what they need to do to win. The only thing that's going to be the difference in this game is that Point Chev Pirates have been here many times before, and they've been here a couple of times in the pouring rain. That experience plays a lot going into this one.
Bit of a Stouchen back play, but as yet no punches thrown, I don't think. Not enough to worry too much about. Steve Kilgillen had his eye on things straight away. Both teams show some common sense and rescue each other. Blackmore looking on, putting out some orders. You know, this is finals football. There's high emotions.
Yeah, just
absolutely
some good passion down here between the two centres, Tusiani and Adam McCarthy.
Well, Arden might take a backward step, back himself. So I guess, well, Tusiani. Let's hope that not too much comes of this, but certainly Chris McMillan will want to keep a lid on things.
Underneath there. Coach of the Point Chev Pirates. Co-coach, I should say, with his player coach, Dylan Moses.
James Dowie.
I'd like to pay a bit of tribute to Amadou. He's a quietish man, happy to stay in the background.
We were going to go back to tackle two.
He had a terrific season. Let's listen in.
We can't have that. Listen. Penalty's going to be against you. Let's just play footy, all right, mate? It's been good up to now. Okay, so penalty's going to be over here.
Yeah, can I ask
Thanks,
that?
from you, mate.
Yeah, but that's because you're not taking control of the game. There's like a few
thanks, mate.
headshots.
Thanks. See what?
Well,
Yeah,
you know, you've got to watch what you say to referees. I don't think that was an appropriate line to deliver to the Auckland Rugby League Referee of the Year.
Exactly.
By Roman, and if he's trying to get onside with the referee, he's done more damage than good there.
He certainly did.
So a penalty. There's Sato. Gee, I've been impressed with Tavita Sato in the background here. Hard to miss.
Yeah, him and Patrick Sipley were outstanding last week in the victory over Mount Albert.
Well, they've got to keep their emotions in check.
Well, they had a big task there to contain Daniel Palavi, Ulupao, Purcell. Just a big rolling pack. Looking at our stats here, Papakura here, 7 of 9 so far. And Point Chev 8 of 12. So Point Chev with a slight advantage with possession at this stage. Look at the metres gained. It's 359 for Papakura though, so they're doing more with the ball. 295 metres for the Chev Pirates at this stage.
Well, Arthur Crichton was up really quickly on Satai. He's probably been given instructions, I would suggest, by Blackmore to keep an eye on him. And to hold his run, Lupo goes downstairs on Satai. Moses, inside ball for Tunuku. Smartly done. A little bit of a mistake in the execution. And the Seagulls get the scrum feed on the 30-metre line. Just the one try, quarter game time gone.
Yeah, that particular move has been a go-to move for Point Chev for a few years now. Inside ball there, just a nice little short ball into Siwa Tunuku. Scored many tries off that over the last 3 years.
They were anticipating that.
They certainly were. Papakura's defence has been very, very good so far in the match.
So Joyce will feed the scrum on the 30 metres. A settler required. Tisiani comes in from the left. Across the top goes Pye. Solid D on the centre. Can't get to his feet. Play on those, says referee McMillan. Johnny V, they're saying he lost it. I don't think the ball ever left his hand. He lost his footing, yes. As Chong Ni gets hold of it, tries to work through the middle of the footy field. Here's A. Lupo. Can hear the whack from the commentary position as well as Moses comes across the top. Uasi darts forward a couple of metres. Now for Crichton, the left foot along the ground. Tunuku takes it, but only a metre or so away from his line. And a great chase here by Alan Ulevu. The Pirates have possession 5 metres from their own line.
Yeah, he's struggling to get out of there halfway in this particular set here. This Pierre Billy here looks to try and bring the third carry up to around the 15-metre mark.
Latu peels away for Taylor Daniels.
It's a good run from Taylor Daniels, bringing them up there, doubling the distance up to 30 metres now. A much better position for the Pirates.
It's a bit of
McCarthy gets another 10 up to the 40.
Bit of an arm wrestle here with the two packs. Again it is to Pye. Gets the deep kick, but it's taken easily at the back. Edwards probing, but he can't find a way through. Good chase. Both of these two forward packs are really having a decent old go at each other.
Yeah, ka tahi ngā tuki ngā nui ki Wanganui, ngā paupau mua, ngā tahaerua. Yeah, a few changes now to both teams as some tired, weary bodies, some of those big hits come off the field. We've just seen that Hemi Douglas has come from the field for the Papakura Seagulls. So some more big clashes coming up with some fresh legs.
23 minutes gone, just the one try. That was after a minute. George Edwards scored in the corner with an audacious long ball from Reece Joyce. Satai and Latu combine defensively through the settle. Lupo's been good since he's come onto the park. He's away from one, make it two. Here's the good pass as well. Great follow-up. Kingi Vuniayawa to play at 12 from the line. To the right-hand side, Crichton, inside ball. Here's Lupo for the line. And it was Moses who was there, and lucky it was, because his defensive technique is very good. Dylan Moses stops the run from Lupo. They look very threatening close to the line, waiting for the hooter. The referee's whistle to get us underway again. This is Peely, just a couple of metres. Put to ground, Winterbow. We knew this was going to be tight, and it's panning out as expected. Hope you're enjoying the action.
Yeah, 6-0 after 25 minutes, almost 25 minutes up on the clock. So it's been a real battle since that quick opening try was at the first minute. We've gone into a real arm wrestle since then, a war of attrition, weathering the storm.
Sato, Lupo the defender.
He's a great
and
player,
the
the ball.
tackler. There's Makowi. Gets the kick, perhaps not the same sort of accuracy with his kicking we might expect from Jonathan Carl, and Dowie finds himself in a pirate sandwich. The referee's asked James to step back. It's going to be a momentum killer. If the referee says play it there, that's where he wants it done. So Edwards is wrapped up by Pelia Makowi. Terrence Phillips, you know how good he is when he does come on off the bench. He provides just an injection of enthusiasm. Just ups the ante as far as the pace of the game is concerned. This is Ike Hihifo on the halfway line as we look at the coach of the Sea Eagles.
And Coach of the Year for the ARL, awarded the Coach of the Year for the second time in his career too there, Dale.
Tapai.
Congratulations to Richie Blackmore, well deserved.
All right, Tautoko Tōkore no e hoa. Here's the kick. So Peely's under some pressure. George Edwards is coming at him, and that really did upset Pierre Peely. Some nice sportsmanship on display on the far side as he's helped to his feet by Tusiane.
Yeah, Georgie's had a good start to the game. He's playing well. He's in the zone there. And what I liked about that last play was that he jumped up in the air and contested the ball there. And that's what you want to see when you're coaching players to play the ball. You want to see guys going up to attack the ball. He had no intention of trying to take the player out. That was a fair contest, and contesting the ball is really good, and good skills from Georgie Edwards there.
Bit of an underrated contributor to the Pirates' success over the years, I guess, Pierre Peely. He's inclined to do some very good work, Edwards. Yeah. Just the one try. Well, you get the feeling too that we've commented on how good they are at the back end of games. At the moment, they're just keeping themselves in the hunt. A little underdone as far as personnel are concerned. And Asala Solomona and Uasi in a bit of a standoff. It's Moses who comes in to claim the football.
And with Terrence Phillips coming onto the field, Adrian Crichton's come from the field, the number 6, which pushes Kimi Wasi out there. I think interesting tactic from Richie Blacks, bringing his 5'8" from the field.
But it restores the order, doesn't it? We know Uasi is a great talent and can cover many positions. It's a pretty tough defensive effort too across the top.
Yes,
and P4, and he'll be done for it. Matty Tuitama.
You just getting too high. But yeah, Kimi Iwasi has taken over the half role since Willie Stowers got injured. So it's a more settled lineup for that Papakura team there. But initial contact there was a little bit too high from Roman Hiffel on Matty Tuitama.
I don't think when he sees the tape he'll have too much to gripe about, Roman. And the Pirate fans look on. This time it is Rapida, a solid contributor throughout the year. Knock on going round. Celebrations in the Sea Eagles camp. Disappointment for the Green Machine. And they have been a machine, have they not, across the last few seasons?
The boys, just a quick update for you. Stacey Lee Taihia has just come onto the field. This is his third game in first grade for 2016. His previous games were against Otahu and Northcote. He is the only one of the Point Chev Pirates out there who is a Point Chev junior through and through.
There you go.
While the rest have been attracted by the club's fairy tale ride, which has been well documented by us and others over the last few seasons. And of course, success breeds success, and people want to play for successful clubs.
Yeah, Wairangi was part of that too.
Yeah, well, Wairangi was very much part of it. Could probably still have a go.
Carl Tanana, Anthony Swan, quite a few big names playing third division to start off that incredible journey, as they got one promotion from third division to second division, and then winning second division up to the Fox Mora, and being very successful once they've arrived at the top.
And George Edwards pleading with the referee, saying that ball was stripped, not lost.
Yeah, from that point of view, boys, it doesn't really take much. Just a handful of ex-NRL players to come back and spark a club's revival.
Yeah, it was a lovely fairy tale story there. seeing Pirates make their way up from third division to first division, and then ultimately take out the prize in first division and do it 3 times in a row. So it was an amazing story.
Well, what a shot in the arm. A victory here today could be for the Code in and around Papakura, as we see Otonuku get hold of the football. Jeremiah Pai, a little bit of a skirmish in back play, not much to read into it though. Across the top goes Zach Chong Ni. So just into enemy territory. Up to play, there's Danny Bell, now to Satay. Form prop of the comp, or one of them, definitely. Midway between the 30 and 40. Now with the Sea Eagles end as McCoy puts it on the inside.
Matty Tuitama bringing it forward now to play the ball.
Moses playing as a half, really. Rapida belted to ground. This is the fifth and final tackle now on the 20-metre line. As Moses gets hold of it, Chip sits and looking for the end goal. Instead it ends up with New Levu. And Allens tries to squeeze his way through a gap in the traffic through the middle. Of course, driving a Mack truck, Sate. He blocks the road. He does it again as well on the follow-up effort alongside Stacey Lee Tahia.
You need to get out of the side, mate. You can't just lie there. You can't lie there.
And that's the man in question, Stacey Lee.
Hang on, mate. Wait for this guy to get back. This guy.
Just lying around on the tackle player for too long and didn't roll away, says referee McMillan.
Just over 7 minutes to go now. Papakura received their second penalty of the day.
Boys, you've got to work harder than that.
Point Chev has got 5 penalties so far.
Go.
4-0.
Okay,
Vuni
go.
Ayawa to the halfway, he goes.
Right, Aiden. Wait. Go.
Pass wasn't so sharp. The take was sweet. And Carly Dawson
Go.
does very well. Hefall
Move to the side.
going heave-ho.
Go.
30 from the line. Here's Phillips, always cagey and a little hard to contain. And across the top, a high effort. There's 2 points on offer here, straight in front of the post.
Surely you take the 2 points.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to. Just a quick one. Yes, and that is what is happening. Gives us a chance to have a look at some of the stats. We'll start with the penalties. At the moment, 5-3 in favour of the defending premiers. Missed tackles starting to mount, 8-5 also for the Green Machine. What else can you read into our stats there in front of you, Rusty?
Yeah, if you're looking at the possession now, Papakura has completed 12 of 16 sets. And Point Chev have completed 12 of 19. So they've actually had a bit more possession, 3 more sets. Defending in their 30, so Papakura's defended there 223 metres. And then we have 127 to Point Chev. So very, very close in some of the areas, and then we can see a big difference there for the defending inside the 30. When you look at Papakura, Papakura's had a lot more opportunity down there.
6-0, so it's been a real arm wrestle with the two teams going at each other. Not much in it, and of course a reminder that if it is close at the end of the game, well, we just know how strong Point Chev tend to be. There's another look onto their bench, showing no signs of emotion at the moment, the co-coach. And Wailangi just looking around, any major injuries or any updates off the benches?
No, both trainers there were just having a quick look at Roman Hefall. Not too sure if there was a little bit of a problem. Took a long time to get back into his position for the kickoff. You wonder how much last week has taken out of the Point Chev Pirates going to this one, and being down a few numbers. You just get the sense that in terms of the energy, it's on the side of the Papakura Seagulls.
Well, this game coming live across Māori television. We must acknowledge all the officials behind the channel. They recognise the importance of showing local sport. So to Honui and also those in the programming department, thank you so much for prioritising Rugby League as one of the codes Māori television have chosen to highlight from a localised perspective. Flax roots sport, we describe it as. This is Carly Dawson. And of course some of these players becoming household names over time, like this man, Roman Hefall. Interesting to see him speaking with and spending time with Simon Mannering. Of course they were both involved with the early Warriors. The ones have gone on to international sort of prominence. Meanwhile, Roman's been chipping away in the local scene and doing a really fine job, held in great and high regard by his peers, Roman Hefall. So here's a kick. It's taken by Chong Ni, immediately wrapped up by Malo Solomona, and coming up with the footballer Sola. Big tackle too from Vuni Ayawa on Sola Solomona, who must be kept in check. 26 tries to his name this season. Pierre Pili comes in from the right side.
And getting manhandled a little bit there from Keanu Dawson there. 19-year-old showing his strength.
prop forward work takes a little bit of mongrel attitude. I don't mean that, playing dirty football way. Just, you've got to be tough. And 19-year-olds coming up against 35-year-old experienced men. We play it tough, and you need to be able to match up. There's the kick downfield. James Dowie will allow it to go end over end. A pretty comfortable situation here for the restart. Just the one try scored, and that from Edwards in the first minute. A low-scoring encounter at this stage of the game with just on 3.5 to play till half-time. It is 6-0.
I was just thinking about what Wairangi said about the energy of the Papakura side, looking like they're a bit more buoyant than Point Chev. I was just thinking of the 2014 final. They looked dead on their feet. Mount Albert had the week off, and they looked so fresh throughout the game. They were much more accurate with completion in their sets. But somehow Point Chev managed to send them to extra time and won the game in extra time. It was an amazing effort. So I just think you just can't write the Point Chev Pirates off. You've still got to give them the respect that they deserve as 3-time champions.
I reckon that they'll be needing 2-3 tries as a buffer because of their commitment in that last 20 minutes. Here's Hefort probing for a way through at this stage. No break in the weather. Running decoy now is Dawson with a nice little ball onto Chong Lee, but it instead ends up in the hands of Solomona. He'll split them open up and through the middle. Runs into the referee. Does what he can to get out of the way, Chris McMillan.
Top try scorer, but also voted top winger in Auckland as well. Sola Solomona, so a very successful season for him this year.
Very humble man too. Visit to interview and a penalty. Another penalty. It's 6-3 now in favour of the Premiers. 2 minutes to play. Can the Point Chevalier Pirates get some points on the board before the split? Tuitama has it now on the 30-metre line. Rapida. Taiha down the right side. And Makoe throws a dummy. He's 8 metres out from the try line. Into dummy halves. Tahia, game number 3 for the top side. Rapida close to the line. Here come the Pirates. Rapida says, come on, ref, give us a break, and a little dummy as well from Taiha. 5th and final tackle now. What have the Green Machine got in store? It's Moses. Out the back for Satai. Can he free his arms? No, he can't. He is wrapped up. No, he's away. Still going, Satai. Still there. Can't free his arms. But driven into the ground head first. But he had a little bit of time and opportunity. He just could not pop the pass and keep the ball alive. It's the Sea Eagles ball. 5 metres from their own line.
Yeah, inside the last minute here, that was the ding-dong battle right in the middle there. Tavita Satai showing his strength there, bumping off 4 and 5 defenders. But ultimately coming up short. A good effort from the Papakura Seagulls on that occasion.
Tusiane a bit dusty getting to his feet. It is Phillips and now Edwards. Again, just looking at the clock, 40 seconds out. Is anyone prepared to take a long-range effort? Perhaps not. Edwards is up to play the ball. King Voniayawa, taken by Moses and Satai. For the last half minute of the first half of the 2016 final. Uasi with a half break. Claimed by Pai and Solomona. There's the Huranya Levu, decides to kick it to touch. Curtin comes down on the first 40 in the final. Not a lot to get excited about, but it is tough, it is uncompromising, and it is 6-0 at the break. Papakura leading the Point Chevalier Pirates at half-time here in the grand final of 2016. We'll take a quick break. Come back to you in a moment.
The only thing that scares me is Kaiser Soze.
Kaiser Sose?
I work for Kaiser Soze.
There is no Kaiser Soze.
I'm telling you, it's Kaiser Soze!
You think you can catch Kaiser Soze? You mention his name again, I'll kill you right now. Kaiser Soze will get you.
I asked my father once, Dad, one day can I be a hunter just like you? And he said, just look in the fire. To be a hunter is within you.
He got into making bows and arrows. Had a passion for hunting at a really young age.
Curious? I know my range now, so it's all about patience. This is an opportunity for me to take others on a journey. There's been a few dangerous encounters.
Absolutely incredible. This atmosphere, it brings you back to life. You know, I feel energized here.
My name is Owen Michael Boynton. This is Toa Hunter Gatherer.
A brand new adventure coming soon to Māori television.
It's big.
He's been a mess all night.
It's real big. Hard hitting. Hard stopping action.
Yes.
See the best bits from all your favorite sporting competitions.
Yep, they love it. Walters into space, scorching the sideline.
The Big Hit, Monday at 8, followed by Play.
Kia ora noia, Hoama. Let's go into the huddle. Richie Blackmore talking to his squad. They're up by just 6 at the half-time break here in the grand final.
Get up, and then what we're doing is our breathing systems are all nice and in check. At the moment, it felt like we just come out of a really, really solid battle. Well, I tell you what, guess what? It's going to be even tougher in the second half because they're going to be looking for everything they can. We have to make sure we continue with the intention that we had in the first half. The intention is you do not want to lose this game. You don't want to lose it. But it has to be done on the back of not fighting, not running after it. Don't run after it. Stay composed. Stay collected. We've got the kick. The halves, we've seen this. We've been down this road before with the kicks in this sort of a brief, it's the sort of temperature that sort of says, hey, far out. If I kick at 70 metres and it goes there, that's a result. So don't go too cute on the 40-20. I'm just as good to walk down the field. We'll go to the 30 and we'll ask them to get out. And what we're doing really well is working together. As much as it's been a rapid first half, we're working together, staying away from penalties. That is what's going to get them here. If we start to ease up emotionally, if we start to ease up physically and start looking for some weak little opportunities.
I like the way that he encourages his boys. Richie Blackmore, plenty to say. Look at the break here from Roman Heathor. That was very early on, and soon after a try scored. In fact, a minute and a half into the game, and the only try of the first half. George Edwards scores out wide, the conversion unsuccessful. But at that stage, I thought, wow, this is going to be anything for Papakura. To the defending Premier's credit, they held tough and they kept them at bay. The only other scoring opportunity in that first half was a penalty in the 33rd minute. Let's have a look at the stats with Rusty Matua.
Yeah, now position there is slightly in favour of the Papakura Seagulls, 55% to 45. Line breaks well in favour with 5 line breaks versus 1 offloads. 5 each, so very, very close there. Metres gained. Papakura have the slight ascendancy, 640 to over 540. Tackles made. Point Chev had to do a little bit more, but tackles missed. Again, very close, 8-6 in favour of the Seagulls. And the completion rate, 15 of 22 for the Pirates, 13 of 18 for the Sea Eagles.
Looking at the other stats there, well, territory, pretty even Stevens, errors, 6-5, not much to read into that. Line breaks though, Papakura been more successful there. Let's go in and have a little listen as well to the Point Chevalier Pirates.
One downhill.
And hats off to Anaru Tara, Dylan Moses. It's going to join them for their corridor. They look as though they've split up. A little bit of a longer break here. Coming at you live on Māori television today with the grand final. I remind you the Shaman Cup final available to you are Pawpaw. And of course, if you'd like to watch the game today, also you can catch it in Te Reo Māori on MaoriTelevision.com. Remind your friends too offshore that is always available to them. And we'll go down to Wairangi to get his halftime thoughts. Yeah, Wayne?
Yeah, 40 minutes of rugby league finished, done and dusted. 40 minutes to go for both these sides, and if you listen into both the huddles, in particular the Point Chev Pirates, very composed. They've been here 3 times before in the last 3 years. They know what it needs to be done in the next 40 minutes to take home the Fox Warriors should once again. On the other hand, obviously very passionate out of Richie Blackmore's side. He knows what he needs to do to get his players up for 40 minutes of rugby league and not let this one slip away as they have in the past. Hoi anō. Both these tides, 40 minutes to go. Waikahua, waikatohu. Back to you, fellas.
Well, I hope you're enjoying the action here on Māori television. Let's have a little bit of a look through the crowd, and great support for these two teams as well. There should be too, because they've fought really hard to make it through into the grand final. Very colourful experience for those who are here at Mount Smart number 2. Cordale has been tēnei with us. Rusty Matua, Wairangi Kopu sideline. We'll take a break. Come back for the kick-off for the second half. Half-time here in the grand final. It's the Papakura Sea Eagles 6, the Point Chevrolet Pirates 0. We'll be back soon.
Hei te pōnei I te kāia, kua ote te tohu I ngā mema katoa o te mātāwai, te rōpū hou e whakatairanga ana I te reo Māori. Kei te whaia nanaia māhuta kia moko I tōna arero ki te reo Māori mō te marama o Mahuru, kei te kite a tinana I nei rangatahi ki ngā whetū o ngā rauponga mangu taki whetū. Te kāia hei te haurua I te rima.
Nothing like a crown for picking it up and putting it down.
Crown electric lift trucks are built tough to handle any job. And for manoeuvrability, Crown electric lift trucks are designed to get it done faster. Best of all, Crown electric lift trucks are safer for the environment with no harmful gas emissions. Crown electric lift trucks, tough on the inside, gentle on the outside. There is nothing like a Crown.
One of Aotearoa's hottest Māori music artists, Rob Ruha, is embarking on his first ever nationwide album tour, performing hit waiata from his debut album, Pumo. A concert for all the whānau, see Rob and many of his special guest artists live, with 10 venues across Aotearoa. See the website for tour details, www.robruha.nz. Nau mai hara mai e ngā whānau, e ngā iwi katoa.
We've been here since day one.
When they started in 1995.
21 years.
I'm a bit of a Warriors tragic. All my family made me love them.
I like the Warriors because they score lots of tries.
Yeah! Even if we lose, the roller coaster is what makes them so good.
I love them all.
Yeah, just love them so much.
Stay tuned to the Warriors.
True Warrior fan. Easy as to be a Warriors fan.
Vodafone Warriors, Sunday on Māori television.
We're about to get underway here with the second half. It's 6-0. Grand final live on Māori television, home of Flax Roots Rugby League, the home of the Fox Memorial Championship. Tavita Satai looking on for the Yawa. James Dowley. Dowley gets us underway. The kickoff is too heavy. A mistake from the get-go in the second half. For the Papakura Sea Eagles, let's hope it's not a harbinger of bad fortune. Here's the kick. Bit of wind behind him, yes, but you just need to factor all of that in. Not the steady start that Richie Blackmore would have asked for. And a penalty to double that one, so this is the easiest meterage, I guess, that the Pirates could have expected to start the second half with.
Yeah, certainly a great start for the Papakura, for the Point Chevrolet Pirates there on that occasion, with the kick going dead from James Dowley, and then giving a penalty away on the 30-metre line. So in fine position early in the second half.
Rapira is wrapped up in the tackle. The angled run from Satai has been very effective for the Pirates throughout the year. Stacey Tahia is the acting half and puts it through Rapira onto Moses. A little bit of a dummy, his opposite number. Won't fall for that type of cagey play. Roman Hefor takes out the back rower for the Green Machine. Holding up the pass is Makowi. Taken out by 3 defenders now, but only 6 or 7 metres from the try line. Tahia across to Jeremiah Pai, trying to get the kick in out the far side to Saulo Solomon. He's dropped it back here for Malo, puts it into the end goal Malo. But it goes too heavy. Sea Eagles ball off the 20 sideline wide.
Yeah, just not the real fluid Point Chev Pirates we've seen in the past. Obviously, some key figures missing, and Jonathan Carl, who make those transitions a lot easier, and especially on last tackle options when Jeremiah Pai is under a little bit of pressure. You know, just not coming up with quite the results that they need to, but they've started in good fashion. I'm sure James Dowie will adjust his kickoffs after that one.
I'm sure he will too. Bit of wind behind him, Terence Phillips. As mentioned, his attitude is very valuable to Richie Blackmore. Some work going on to ankles in back play. Will reflect on that in a moment. The kick goes over the head of Sola. He turns on his 10-metre line. Reese Joyce with a great chase. Assisted there by Dawson for a big man. Can move fast across the turf. Peely on the inside. Just short of the 30-metre line. Pirates end of the ground. Taking it forward is Tuitama. As Rusty has said, he played very strong for Ngati Umatahi in last year's National Māori Tournament, Matt Tuitama. Satai's been one of the standout props, as mentioned, in the competition this season. And the willingness to get involved by Rapi to gain 15 quick metres for his team. He's up to play it, midway, 30, 40. On it comes to Pai, the big left foot. Dowie, skillful at the back. Tanuku tries to shut him down. And the chase is on from Moses, who does shut him down. 15 out from his line.
Yeah, very well taken by James Dowie. There was a real wobbly kick, that one there, and moving around in the wind a little bit as well. His big lanky arms are able to pull it in and safely control the ball for Papakura to start a new red set coming out of their own 20-metre zone now.
Chongni with the carry, and now Yu Levu. Get the impression everyone's wanting to contribute now. Bit of drizzle in the background. The Papakura supporters recognise that history is within reach. And their very first Fox Memorial Championship, a proud club from what is a city in its own right, 35 or so kilometres south of Tamaki Makaurau. Mount Smart number 2 has become the field of choice since the closure of Carlaw Park. This is Chong Ni. Charges into the defensive line. Bit of a goosey and a straightening run as well. Vuniayawa, one of the 2 Fijian runners here for Richie Blackmore. Lifted and almost dispatched as the other. Johnny with the boat.
Yeah, Vitini Bolt could have easily been playing for the Point Chev Pirates as well when he first came back from Aussie. And speaking with his good friend Jonathan Carl, he was actually looking to go to Point Chev when he came back from Australia this year.
Joyce Scragg, lucky for Papakura that he didn't. Now Tuasi. And here is the try for the crossfield kick. Pierre Peely is there. Coming around the outside, Makowi. Edwards gets up, looking at Steve Kilgillen, the touch judge. Jamal Thompson on the other side. Chris McMillan's the referee. Arden McCarthy. Well, I've always rated Arden's game. He's deserving of the international opportunity as well. Ball down. And hear the cheer in the background. The Sea Eagles supporters celebrate.
Yeah, well, they're sensing their team getting close to making history. And lifting the Fox for the first time. Point Chev now 17 of 25. And Papakura 16 of 21. So a higher percentage completion rate from Papakura. Their kicking game there is very even, 237 for the Pirates and 221 for the Papakura Seagulls.
He doesn't make very many mistakes. That's the reason he's held his position down solidly through the season, Pierre Peely. That was a rare faux pas from him. This is Tusiane. They'll be fancying their chances at the moment. Here's Phillips from close range. You can sense the Papakura fans and supporters starting to lift in volume and enthusiasm the closer that their beloved team get to the try line. Just the one try in the game so far. 46 minutes gone. Here's inside for Keanu Dawson. Well, he's a young bull, there's no doubt about that for Keanu. And he's up against some pretty solid defenders on the line as well. So it's Phillips to Uasi. Now to Joyce, trying to steer it into the end goal. Beautifully weighted. That's the try they were after. I'm thinking it's in. Kilgillen does as well. Celebrations for Papakura. It's the grand final. We have the video ref for the first time this season. We will be going upstairs. Now, you won't be receiving a replay from the video ref, but you will get the call, either try or no try. Firstly, let's go to you, Rusty. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, to me it looked like a try from our angle, but the referees do have a better angle and they can try and use the other cameras as well. Here we go, and this looks as the try. Referees there.
Well, what a
International
kick.
Dave Paquito and Artie Clark, our video refs today. Sliding right into one of our cameras there as well.
Penny's coming at it. Freeze frame.
Andrew Tusani.
Chase was good.
Claim their try.
Wonderful effort. Pinpoint accuracy with the kick. Tusani gets up to smile about it. And is given the green light. Sideline with you, Wairangi.
Yeah, Kaden Unatu just waiting the official whistle from now.
Yeah, McLean's not,
Okay,
doesn't know what piro means. Here he goes. Try time.
Papakura boys obviously knew it was a try long before it was awarded. They were back on halfway waiting for the kickoff. So good try for the Papakura boys. 10-0 up now. And the point share of Pirates are going to be digging deep where the point's going to come from. Koira te pātai nui.
Reece Joyce. Pinpoint accuracy, the skinniest in goals in rugby league here at Mount Smart number 2. As the young man just wants to readjust slightly. Bit of drizzle. Make the ball a little bit slippery. An interesting style for Reece. As John Lennon says, whatever gets you through the night. There's the kick, going straight. Not enough juice on it though.
Yeah, the line was good.
The line was great. The pork bones have been stripped of their meat though. Didn't give them the sustenance needed to put it over the bar. As we see Tusiani again on the slide. There's Joyce, another display of his deft skills. 10-0 in the final.
Yes. Advantage to the Papakura Seagulls now, going out to a 10-point lead.
No time to be resting on your laurels, though. Not when you're playing a team that's won the final 3 years in a row. Here's Edwards. The bounce is favourable for him.
Okay, 11 to the side.
Tackle, midway, 20 and 30. Phillips wants a runner. Keanu Dawson, again, enhancing his rugby league stocks with a consistent effort today and indeed across the last half dozen weeks or so. Been one of the best for Richie Blackmore, the young man. Go down the right side here, holding up the pass. Lever, he gets hold of it, he's away. Well, he needs some space, Allen. We know he's got a ton of pace. This time Solomona is there. And now, a spring in their steps as trying to slide underneath the tackles comes Samu Ikahihifo. And now they're back to only 15 metres from the try line. 10-0's the scoreline. It's on to Reece Joyce. He says, well, it worked down the other side. I'll try it again. And Saula Solomona comes up with the ball. Well shadowed and claimed by Vuniayawa.
Oh, Waiwaya, that was a beautiful take from Saula Solomona. Just textbook.
That certainly was, but Reece Joyce just needed a little bit more height on that there, and would have given just an extra second to his chase team to get up and contest their ball. But you are right, that was a beautiful take from Saula Solomona there, why don't you?
The Buller brothers are really carving it at the moment, aren't they? King Vuniayawa and also Johnny V. Going really well. This is Rapida with the football.
And New Lynn was Fijian as well, so yeah, all the Fijians are doing really well.
Three Fijian lads. We love Fiji.
Dylan, to the side! Whack!
Especially like duck curry. But that's my buzz. And the Fijian guys cook it as well as anyone. Here we go, another carry.
Yeah, my wife and I got married in Fiji, though. So yeah, got a big place in my heart for Fiji as well. Lovely people.
It's such a romantic. Kia ora to you, Carla.
So here it is now. There, a little bit of emotion now.
As there should be.
Yeah, that's right. One of these teams will become the 2016 Fox Memorial champion. Either of them will make history. If Papakura wins, they'll be the first ever Papakura side to win. And Point Chev would make it 4 in a row. And the first for over 20 years. First team to do that since Northcote of their role from 91 through to 94.
Well, the champions will earn the victory if they come from behind, and that's what they will have to do at this stage. Solid D on Tuitama. Eka hihi for. G's been good this year. Here's Satai once again. Will it be Tavita to spark a revival here? And the penalty.
Got to get to the side quicker. I know he's working, but he's got to work quicker. Back here.
Yeah, McLean there is getting a few penalties in a row now. That's 8 penalties to 4 in favour of the Pirates. So they got a little bit of momentum now, and they'll need to score next to really have a chance of coming back to win this game.
10 points is easily doable. Plenty of time here. Tavita Latu's back into the action. So it's Dylan Moses, sends it inside for Satai, puts the big fend on, but can't get through Phillips, nor the solid effort of Johnny V, who makes the tackle. So Latu, is he going to be the ticket? Out to Moses, little dummy, Dylan through. That's as easy as that for the skipper. Schools them close to the line, Moses.
And there you go, as you see the experience of Dylan Moses there. Wasn't really a lot on, he just a bit of a show on the outside to his right-hand side and the fend with his left hand. And he strolled through the line really, and Richie Beckman will be very upset with that. That's quite a soft try. There wasn't a lot of architecture going on about it. It wasn't very extreme in regards to how it was organised. It was just a real simple run to the right-hand edge. As we look here, just comes along. And that was just really very basic, really. Those defenders here really should have taken Dylan. Reece Joyce going past his defender there, and it looked like Keanu Reeves there just coming across too late on the inside. But Dylan there just showing his experience and exploiting that opportunity when it did arise. And as all the good ones do, they just make it look easy, Dale.
Sure, it wasn't a great big dummy, but as you say, Reece Joyce went a little bit wide, and Kelly Dawson, who I've been really impressed with over the past 10 to 15 minutes, just couldn't stay or maintain pace for Dylan. And as quick as you can say, hello, the game's not over. Dylan Moses is in there to say, listen, don't forget about us or write us off. You blokes up in the commentary position. And the conversion not so good.
Just looking at that try again, just a little show from Dylan. Quite an easy try there, just going through the line. You see that Reece got on the outside of his of the football. And Keanu Dawson couldn't get across quick enough to cover the inside.
I like those ladies. They're over awesome, those ladies in the stand.
Oh, for awesome, yeah, absolutely.
Which has become part of the New Zealand lexicon now, oh for awesome. Even though David Tiller says, I never said oh. I was like, oh for awesome.
He did say oh, but he said Olsen as in Olsen Filipino.
Okay.
He reckons he said oh for Olsen.
Oh, okay. Is that how it rolls?
Yeah, well, that's his story.
That's his number plate on his money. Oh, for awesome.
Well, that's right. It became a very, very Kiwi saying.
Well, Dylan Moses is oh for awesome. I can say that for sure. Yeah. And now we have a battle on our hands. Wailangi, it can happen that easy, can't it? You know, at one stage you feel that a hard-earned 2 tries can be counter-punched with a sort of softish 1 try.
Yeah, and it only comes down to one mistake, really, as we see.
Sorry to interrupt, mate. I thought it was a knock on. The referee says not. Hold that thought. We're coming back to you in a moment. Why? Let's just stay with the green machine. And Moses gets another effort in here. Francis Toitu is there in 16, making the tackle. Now it's Latu. Out to Makawi. And now McCarthy.
Yeah, Papakura knocked the ball backwards, but Point Chev were able to regain the ball, and the referee just waved it back there. Another set of 6.
Kapawa. A loophole's all over him, but you just get a feeling momentum has shifted here, and Latu might take advantage. Moses scoots it wide for Daniels, but Taylor can't free his arms. Reece Joyce across the top, make sure he can't offload the football. Down the short side they come. Peely is going for the ball.
Hey, you didn't touch him there. Oh.
Referee Kilgallen there, saying that Papakura there has knocked the ball on. George Edwards not too happy with that decision.
Scrum feed while they get
the
set.
Ball going to ground behind Arden McCarthy, and Pierre Peely picking it up, putting it on the foot. And just here.
I actually think it was touched from the marker. It was knocked out of the hands of Tavita Latu. So that's where the little knock on came on. So it's an opportunity here for the Point Chev Pirates, who've been under the pump for pretty much the whole game, to maybe square it up.
Oh, it certainly is a great opportunity here on the 10-metre line.
Moses from the back. Otunuku. Can't get through. He wants to quick play the ball though, and he'll deliver that for sure. Tui Tama. That should have gone left. There might have been numbers down the left corridor. Latu for Moses. Looking for the double around. Kapawa. Hemi Douglas across the top. Phillips as well. 5 from the line. Right inside of the in front of the post. Tavita Sato runs a block. Here's Latu. Gets the ball away from Tui Tama. Down the left side for Malo Solomona. But he won't get there this time. Nuelevu combines with Hifo to make the tackle. Wow, a mistake. A blue, and he's a bit ho-ho with himself, I think, at the moment.
Oh, yeah, Jeremiah Pye. Very upset with himself there. Just really an unforced error, really.
A Kohangareo type blue, wasn't it?
Yeah, you could see there, he'd easily already taken his eyes off the ball. He's looking to see where he was passing it before he actually caught it. So he'd be very upset with himself there.
Well, it's starting to get a little bit of emotion in there, as you should in the grand final as well. But we were saying that 2 hard-earned tries can easily be counteracted, can't it? And that soft-ish try by Dylan Moses has really brought the Point Chevalier Pirates back into the game. Why?
Yeah, kai te oke ururoa tia te couple points Chev I tēnei wā. Yeah, they're fighting like a hammerhead shark, the Point Chev Pirates, and yeah, you just get a sense that, you know, they know what it's like to be behind in grand finals as well and surge on a reversions, because you know, they're coming home strong. But the Papakura Sea Eagles, I'm sure they're not going to want the Pirates to even get a sniff here.
Kaue Matefeke. Don't die like the octopus, die like the shark. Fighting. And that's what we're seeing here from the Point Chevalier Pirates. Here is a run again. Ailupo. Assistant coach Peter Kachipole, and there with Richie Blackmore. Now back on the inside, and Phillips is there. Kapawa gives them the old what for, 5th and final tackle. Just outside the 10-metre line. Here's Joyce. It worked last time. He says, well, I'll try it again. Peely has it. Can he get into the field of play? Carl.
Where are the sticks? We've got time off. We're going to beat the sticks. We've got time off.
Yeah, not sure what happened there.
Yeah, Francis Toitu came screaming through after that kick. I think he might have taken a shoulder from one of the Point Chev players on the way through. There you go.
Arden McCarthy.
He folded in half in a really awkward way, didn't he?
Yeah, just trying to protect his
his
winger there, Arden McCarthy, but he's actually changed his line to get in the way of Francis Toitu. So
should be a penalty.
Could be a penalty.
Might he have broken gee, he looks really just, you know,
He not only deviated, he actually braced and put the shoulder in as well. So he'd be very lucky not to get away with a penalty there, Mr. Arden McCarthy.
Well, we're going underneath the crossbar here. That's what the referee has directed the Premiers to do. There's Reece Joyce just picking up on some of the action. If you've joined us late, try scored after a minute by George Edwards. And then a penalty to Reece Joyce with 7 minutes to play in the first half. A 6-0 lead for the Sea Eagles at the break. 6 minutes into the second half, Tusiane scores 10-0 unconverted. And then 5 minutes later in the 51st minute, Dylan Moses scores for the Green Machine. 10-4, good buddy. Scoreline here as we approach three-quarter game time.
It certainly is, and we're just looking at the position here. Point Chev has actually ended up with a slightly more position in the second half, 22 of 31, and 21 of 27 for Papakura at this stage of the game.
1-4 drop out apiece. George Edwards takes the ball, fleet-footed George. Terrific guy, real character, and no doubt a great teammate to have. As you see with the football, Johnny V gets the ball behind himself to Terence Phillips. He really has to be watched closely here because of his abilities close to the line. But Dusty getting up from the ground that time around, though, as Reece Joyce finds Hemi Douglas, manages to get the pass. It's gone to ground, though. And Roman Heathorpe senses that had he have taken that cleanly, a chance might have unfolded for his team. So he's pretty disappointed. Them's the breaks in the big game.
They certainly had an opportunity on the right edge there, but Roman was unable to bring their ball in there, just running away from the ball slightly as well. If you have a look at this here, you'll see Roman sort of running on the overs line rather than coming straight. So the ball actually ended up being short when he was passed to him. But Point Chev, no doubt, thankful for the opportunity now on their own 20 coming off their line. Sort of get the feeling now, Dale, as we come inside the last 20 minutes that the side who scores next will be the champions.
It would be the roll on, you suspect too, for Point Chevalier. Game played in great fashion by these two teams. They've had real battles through 2016. Solid run here from Daniels.
Yeah, a couple of nice runs there from Point Chev to get them up to the 40.
Latu and Kapawa.
Salinga there taking them up to the 50 there, so some nice carries from the Point Chev Pirate forwards.
He's been good. Johnny V's gone down in a heap, but here's a run from Latu. Tries to get the pass away too. Has it gone backwards? Johnny V's in trouble on the halfway line. He was getting some attention. Latu sensed the chance and chanced his hand. It didn't come off. Time for us to go sideline with you, Wairangi, just for a moment while Johnny V's getting some attention.
Yeah, a real battle down here, and a lot of players from both sides are feeling these are the collisions and the impacts that we have down here on the field. But yeah, kai tāhua heke haere tua I konei ki Tāmaki Makaurau. The range just picked up slightly here in Tāmaki Makaurau for this one, so maybe coming to factor there is Te Vira Lau to try to offload the ball to Adam McCarthy.
Yeah, Toi too not looking too healthy there.
Toi 2 down and back play here. I'm wondering if that is actually a recurrence of the injury sustained closer to the Pirates' line. 61 minutes gone. Clock has stopped. George Edwards looking on.
Yeah, Francis Toi 2's been taken off. Arthur Crichton's come back onto the field now. Arthur's going onto the wing.
Well, I don't think he'll let anyone down there. Hats off to Kim Uasi. He's been good today. Out wide for Zach Chong Ni. Got some solid centres, haven't they, with he and Tusiane?
Yeah, absolutely. They've got some size about them and speed as well. And I just think Zach Chong Ni in particular, mate, he's just got so much potential. And I think once he actually finds that potential, he's going to be an absolute handful for anyone. Just so big and strong.
Oh, they got big bodies across the park, the Papakura Seagulls. It's they've really out-muscled the Point Chev Pirates today, as we see. They come up with an error. The only thing that's on the points Chev Pirates side is the experience that they have coming into this one.
That's right. So they have a lot more experience, and as we look through the Papakura Seagulls, there's only one player there who's actually played in the Fox final, and he won, and that was Johnny Vatunibob with the Marlins back in 2007 when he was still a teenager.
Roman Hefel loses control of the football more than he'd like. He often is forced to get up with a look of bewilderment. The referees just wave him on. Losing the football now and giving an opportunity for the Point Chevalier Pirates. Here is Arden McCarthy. Tries to bounce away from one, 40 metres from the line. Dummy half is McCullough, running repairs on the sideline for Toi 2. Kapaua, very much underrated contributor, I believe, to the Pirates' success over the years. And here's Dion Briggs back into the mix.
Been impressed with Dion Briggs today. I think he's played really well.
Midway, 20 and 30. The Papakura's red zone. That's what Papakura means. It's red earth. And of course the red hills just in behind Papakura, taken by New Levu. Some pressure on Allen as well. James Dowie says, hey, come on, give us a break. And then he's dragged backwards. And Jeremiah Pine knows exactly what he did. He picked Allen up and wanted to put him in the post box by the looks of things. And send him somewhere. He goes to ground here, and there he is. Hang on, I'll put a stamp on you. And
yeah, that was silly work, silly from Jeremiah there. There's no need for that, and gave away a good field position from his team there as well, you know. And
17 to play. Every single move is going to count from here on in.
Oh, absolutely. You know, when you're in that part of the field, they call it deeps. You're deep inside their territory as well, and obviously the pressure's on them. And predominantly you'll get dummy half runs or one off the ruck, so it's a lot easier to defend, and you'll find that most defence will actually compress, which will mean that the side is forced to kick early.
Well, you want to minimise what could be seen as dumb plays near. Why?
Yeah, indeed, and you know, it's not unlike Jeremiah Pye to give away a penalty like that. We've seen him do it in the past. He's very passionate about his team and very passionate about his rugby league.
On to Reece Joyce. Thinks to himself, well, okay, our boys have been under a bit of pressure. I might punch it into the end goal. That's exactly where it sits up to. Utunuku takes in with the high shot there. Accidental hands up to. We haven't seen much of that from Chong Ni. And almost stopped to apologise. Immediately knew that he had erred. And I don't think there was anything malicious in that. And I hope the referee recognises that. He's not putting him to the bin. Steps on the inside. It slid low too, but that's no excuse. Chong Ni can probably consider himself a little bit lucky.
Yeah, but also too, it's when the attacker puts on a big step like that, they call it a reflex action. So that would have went in the favour of Chong Ni.
His reflexes almost scalped him.
Yeah.
I shouldn't laugh either, should I? There's Kapaua. But it is finals footy. Pushes it out the back. Tavita Latu finds a bit of a hole, tries to hurdle the players. Anyway to the line for Tavita. Moses, Briggs. Good D. Great D from King Vuliayawa. Great name too, I might add, King. And it comes to Moses.
Great defence from Papakura there with Reece Joyce being ably assisted there by Keanu Dawson.
Well, they turtled Moses. He doesn't get put on his back very often.
Jimmy Douglas there helping out as well, so it's quite a
14 to play.
Defense from the Papakura Sea Eagles there.
New Levu, steady. And loses the football. Now Sala Solomona has a chance. Uasi is there. New Levu knows he has to make up for his error. 30 metres out from the try line, 6 points in it. Here comes Matt Tuitama, hot stepping, dancing, probing, sneaking, sliding.
13
from the line.
minutes left on the ground clock.
Moses and Briggs combining here. Gee, they've been good. Jonathan Carl is not there, but they've been playing out of their skins. Moses has been awesome. That's him with the ball, and Tuitama is back into the frame. 3 metres from the try line. Latu gets the ball to Bridge. He tries to go underneath. Here's Moses having another look. Well, he's already scored one. The inspirational skipper, co-coach, intercept. Ulevu got the wheels, winding out. Otunuku's got his measure. Ulevu's almost out of the top. And Otunuku comes out a second time. Solomona is there. Ulevu a couple of metres from the halfway. Something's Pakuru. Gets the pass away. There's Phillips. Inside, wrapped up in the tackle of Taylor Daniels.
Hold here, boys. Wait. Go, two.
Uasi. Vaniayawa. Here's the pass. Wheels. Edwards has a look on the inside. Edwards puts the fend on towards the half, towards the sideline. Stays in though. Quick play the ball to Arthur Crichton. Phillips. Joyce. Uasi. Up the middle they go.
Really, loophole there with a big run up the middle.
Here's Joyce. 1 point would be handy. And it comes to Uasi. Player down and back play. 6 points in it. Thinking about the one. Hold up. 2 players down.
Okay.
12 to play.
It's going to be a penalty here, boys, to the Seagulls right in front of the post.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a prime opportunity here for Papakura to take the 2 points here. Taking it out to an 8-point lead, which means Papakura will have to score twice.
No, I don't need you, Don. I don't need you.
With just over 11 and a half minutes to go.
I understand the situation, but we can't have late shots in this zone. Okay? We have a penalty. Back on the line, please, mate. Just here, Killer.
So,
okay.
Here's the pass.
Ooh, borderline. Oh, shoulder charge anyway, boys, so fair enough.
Yeah, and straight at Terrence's head as well, so...
Thank you, Waitangi. I think that sanity rules here.
Yeah, worthy of a penalty here. There's just a lack of discipline from Tavita Latu there. He could have easily put that shoulder in to his puku or his side there and held on to the tackle, but that was a shoulder charge and it was too high, so lack of discipline from Tavita Latu there. And now he's going to give the advantage to Papakura Seagulls, taking them out to an 8-point lead, which now means that the Point Chev Pirates will have to score twice to try and win the game.
Certainly doable. 11 to play. Joyce from right in front. The extras are secured. It's an 8-point lead.
And Papakura.
And boys, they'll be bolstered by that, the Papakura Seagulls. Just a little side note, in the last, I suppose, 5 minutes, and especially while that kick was being taken, there was a good 3 players from the Papakura Seagulls all down stretching cramps in their calf. And that's what Nualevu was stretching when he sort of got pulled up after he took that intercept. I wonder if these boys, their legs are going to hold up the next 10 minutes.
Well, if they get up, Papakura Seagulls, the joint's going to be rocking tonight, that's for sure, out there at Prince Edward Park. Might add, they've been wonderful hosts to our Māori television crew. And they've been out there. Beautiful clay Māori. I'll tell you, they'll be bringing out all the flash gears tonight. There'll be power and you name it.
It looks like they'll have to get on to one of their sponsors now. Bill McEntee might have to try and get a marquee put up at the club. They're going to need it for the amount of people that want to go back and celebrate if they manage to finish off the job today.
Well, it's a little premature for our discussions there, I guess, and I'm contributing to that. Let's stay focused on the 10 minutes that this champion team, the Point Chevalier Pirates, have got to resurrect their chances. They're down by 8, but that can turn so suddenly, as we've already seen. To Joyce, he's contributed a strong hand. Huey knocks the ball on. It wasn't on. George Edwards puts his hands up in the air. Can sense some magic just around the bend. A very difficult take for Pierre.
Yeah, ka tahi te whana tei ko tērā. What a bomb that was. There's a lot of pressure on the fullback. So.
He's been outstanding, hasn't he, Reece Joyce?
He certainly has. Very, very good today. His pass selection and kicking has been very sharp.
Hefel.
His defence as well.
With a shocking pass. An absolute shocker. He's inclined to make a few blues, the skipper. That time around when they really should have things tightened and put the strings around the effort, tied them up with a bow. A very, very sloppy pass from the scrum base. And then another indiscretion.
Too high. He knew as well. He's still thinking about that pass and he's still a little bit upset. That kick not finding touch. Papakura given position back.
And Dowie has the football now. 40 metres from their line, 8 minutes to play. 12-4 the scoreline. History beckons for this Papakura Sea Eagles team as the Green Machine put some weight into their effort. It's Phillips. Steady hand needed here. Chong Ni takes the ball in to provide some of that.
Here, mate. Wait here. Take the three. Wait. Go.
Good ball to a loophole. Ranging up. Decide to play the ball. Terence Phillips popping the pass to him. Kicking into the corner. Another tester there for Pili. It holds up in the end. Goal! And almost another try. I'm not sure that it was. Crichton gets up to celebrate. The referee thinks yes. What you're thinking here, Rusty?
Yeah, I really couldn't see it from our angle here. He's blocked the view of the ball, but he looks pretty happy.
He does, doesn't he?
And it's right on our cameras there as it goes up to the judges, the referees here, the video refs.
I'm sure they'll go upstairs to check it. In the grand final, as mentioned, we do have a video referee.
It's over the dead ball line.
Well, Crichton's not to know, though. I don't think he's doing theatrics here. I think he genuinely thought that he'd got it in, but there is just a fraction of a millimetre. No try. Kore Piro. But still a great chase, Wairangi.
Yeah, Kaden Vanuatu, and it's that man once again, Reece Joyce, who just puts that ball in the corner and causing Pierre Pili all sorts of problems back there. Very lucky, actually, really, that the Pirates get the ball back on the 20 and a tap and an opportunity really with 7 minutes to go.
You're watching live and exclusive coverage of the 2016 Fox Memorial Championship here on Māori Television, the home of the Fox. It's our great privilege to be bringing you the action from Te Pāo Rarotonga here in Tamaki Makaurau. Davida Satai trying to inspire another try would give them the chance that they seek.
Hold here, go.
Let's have a real go for it in the last few minutes.
Come on! Wait!
Makawe up to play it for Latu, coming to the right-hand side. Moses is looking for Otunuku, a mistake here. Let's see Otunuku in good field position. Dowie slides on his knees, taking the football initially, and earning a penalty. Hand in the play the ball. ARL fullback of the year, James Dowie.
Big credit to James Dowie and his move to Papakura. Mangere East Junior, he went across to Otauhu. Not wanted there. And Richie Blackmore gave him an opportunity to play fullback. And he also took the job off Georgie Edwards, basically. Kept him out of his jersey. And then named Auckland fullback of the year.
I'm pleased that George didn't expect the dummy because he's contributed strongly from the outside back position. Understandably, he'll be slow to his feet this time around. Johnny V's had a strong hand today. We're coming out towards the last 5 minutes of play. There's 8 points in it still. Joyce and Hefel. Waits the pass nicely to Uasi, who looks to thread the needle. It's still there. Is that the try that Alan Niulevu was after? No, it's been knocked on.
Yeah, the time keeps ticking away. We just have 5 minutes left now in the grand final of 2016. You know, they were saying, Dale, time waits for no one.
No, don't
With 5 minutes to go, when you're in front, it just seems to be so slow. When you're behind, it just seems to tick so fast.
Indeed. Well, Zach Chong Lee obviously with a hand there. New Levu getting some running repairs in the end goal.
So yeah, Papakura on the verge of making history now.
I can't say it in any other languages.
Just 4 minutes and 52 seconds left on the ground clock.
Some of the Point Chevalier fans sensing that it's not going to be their year.
Okay, come on, mate. You only got 4 minutes to go.
It's been a brave effort by them under Utara. So a lot can happen in 4 minutes. It hasn't happened as yet, though.
Okay, boys, let's go down. Come on, I don't know, mate.
As Roman Hefel Phillips packing himself in there, Hemi Douglas and County Dawson.
Wait.
The Popo have been very strong.
And
Papakura 28 from 38. 13 uncompleted sets for the Pirates today. Satai won't give up. He'll play the full 80 minutes. Tavita. Crichton chops his legs down from underneath. Latu in dummy half. Rapida can't find his way through here. They've really missed Jonathan Carl, but you know, you don't want to complain about those who aren't there. You've got 17 men you're hoping could do the job. Today they've just come up against a Sea Eagles team full of intent. They played a good brand of football to set this 12-4 lead up. With just a few minutes to go. Dylan Moses kicking across field at McCarthy. Can't do anything with it. 4 minutes to go. Scrum feed here for Papakura.
And the Papakura faithful now starting to feel that they're getting close to lifting their Fox Memorial Shield for the very first time.
I'd like to acknowledge Auckland Rugby League's decision. This is a smoke-free and alcohol-free ground, so some of the boozy encounters of grand finals past. Not the case today. I'm sure that there'll be enough waipiro to share at the various venues that players will attend post-match. Here is Hefoy's got the ball jarred loose. Satai away from one. Has a look up through the middle. One of my standout props for the year, Tavita. He's had an awesome season. Looking forward to seeing him again next year. There might be a little bit of shuffling around as well. Of course, we'll have a new team in the Fox Championship next year. We can find out who that will be. Our Pawpaw. And Māori Television bring you the final of the Shaman Cup. That's tomorrow afternoon.
Tauratu versus Bay Roscoe.
Inside ball for Otanuku. He's a gentleman and a real sportsman too, the skipper. Quick play of the ball. They're keeping it alive down the left-hand side. Champion team that they are. Won't give up until the final whistle as Malo Solomona plays the ball, and now Wax sends it to Latu, giving it Samir. Makawe, beautiful push on to McCarthy. Back on the inside for Peely, stepping back as well. Closed down by Hemi Douglas. Fifth and final tackle now. 12 metres out from the line. A shortened defensive line. Now Moses, the cutout ball will be a tester out wide. It's on to Malo Solomona, into the corner. There's Sala Solomona. Jamal Thompson says not forward. Is there another twist to the tail?
I don't think there's enough time. There's a 1 minute 40 left on the ground clock there as they tick down, and they've got to take the conversion from the sideline.
That won't take long. Talking about a forward pass. Not much on that, and not much on that. So I don't know what they've got to complain about. Solomona in the corner.
Yeah, and that kick's been waved away.
12-8.
But only just over a minute left on the clock now.
This will be the slowest walk back to the halfway you've ever seen, boys.
Halfway.
The referee, Chris McMillan, I don't want to test his patience too much. There's the try for the competition's leading try scorer for 2016, Saulo Solomona. James Dowie, he's put one dead already. Where will he send this one? Not as much oomph on it. Taken in by Jeremiah Pye. Tavita Sate! Down the left side, here goes Sawa Solomona!
Great decision.
Went to ground. Now the green machine. Can they do it? The champions. They are champions. That ball goes to McCarthy. Back on the inside, lining up Crichton. Joyce is across the top.
We'll be lucky to get two plays here with just 20 seconds to go on the
20
clock.
seconds left. It's Makoe. Now on the inside. Taylor Daniels. Back from McCarthy, who is cut down. Still seconds to play. That ball's been touched. Play on. Knock on.
Double knock on.
There's the hooter in the background. The scrum's to be set. One last roll of the dice. No, the referee calls it quits. Papakura Sea Eagles are the victors. For the very first time, the Southside crew score themselves the Fox Championship. Richie Blackmore looks on with a sense of satisfaction. Hemi Douglas shines in the background. Siua Tunuku says we were stiffed on the last decision. We wanted a scrum feed.
2016 Fox Memorial champions. Debutants for the very first time winning the Fox, the Papakura Sea Eagles. And Richie Blackmore now has got the very rare honour of winning the Fox as a coach with 3 clubs now. With Manirua first, with Otahuhu, and now with Papakura.
What a result for the Sea Eagles. There's a player down in back play. But look at them, they are up, they are with it. Roman Hefos all smiles. Sconsulet, Solomona looks on what might have been. Songi Tupou embraces the skipper. Into the crowds we go. We'll let the pictures do the talking. Enjoy the moment with the Papakura Sea Eagles. Let us too pay tribute to this team. What a wonderful group of athletes they have been across the last 4 seasons. 3 of them victorious, and so very close to pulling the game out of the fire in the last few moments of this clash. An epic battle as expected. A 12-8 scoreline for the Sea Eagles across the Pirates. The Papakura Sea Eagles, the Fox Memorial champions for 2016. James Bell running the Stacey Jones team. A lot of heart. Wonderful scenes here at Mount Smart number 2. The very first time, history in the making for Papakura, are this year's champions.
86 fucking years, baby!
Stay with us as we celebrate too with the newly crowned champions of local rugby league in Tamaki Makaurau, the Papakura Sea Eagles. 12-8 victors over the Pirates. Stay with us. The post-match reviews, interviews, and celebrations continue here on Māori Television, the home of the Fox. We'll be back in a few moments.
Hei te pōnei I te kāia, kua ote te tohu I ngā mema katoa o te mātāwai, te rōpū hou e whakatairanga ana I te reo Māori. Kei te whaia nanaia mahuta kia moko I tōna arero ki te reo Māori mō te marama o Mahuru, kei te kite a tinana I nei rangatahi ki ngā whetū o ngā rauponga mangu taki whetū. Te kāia hei te haurua I te rima.
I asked my father once, Dad, one day can I be a hunter just like you? And he said, just look in the fire. To be a hunter is within you.
He got into making bows and arrows, had a passion for hunting at a really young age.
Curious? I know my range now, so it's all about patience. This is an opportunity for me to take others on a journey. There's been a few dangerous encounters.
Absolutely incredible.
This atmosphere, it brings you back to life. You know, I feel energised here. My name is Owen Michael Boynton. This is Toa Hunter Gatherer.
A brand new adventure coming soon to Māori television.
I'm Brendan Pongia, reminding you to play hard.
What are you guys' thoughts about making the team for the Olympics?
I think it'd just be a big buzz.
I like that he's kept his flavour. He just kind of flies our flag. Rock, paper, scissors, quickly.
What was the score in the Mystics steel matchup?
60-66.
To who?
To not us. Come on, what a jerk!
You heard of Michael Phelps?
The Australian swimmer.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's still going. Wow.
Play Monday 8:30. Brought to you by ACC Sportsmart.
Kia ora and welcome back. There's Richie Blackmore soaking up the atmosphere. He's been here before, but with different teams for the Papakura club, and Bill McEntee and Darren Brady and Chev out there as well.
Kevin Mitchell here.
Yeah, Kevin Mitchell. Look, they've been waiting for this moment.
Oh, long-time supporters. You know, they've poured in years and years of support and sponsorship to keep the club going.
So 12-8 the scoreline here. A very hard-fought and fitting final. 6-0 was the scoreline at half-time. Not much in this one, as expected. Roman Hefor, of course, is the skipper. Gordon Gibbons, the director of Auckland Rugby League, will be emceeing the presentation of the Fox Memorial Championship. Looking on, the Pirates, disappointed, yes, but they've had a lot of pride over the past few seasons as being the champions of the local competition. Let's go down and get a few thoughts just before the presentation ceremony by the skipper for the Papakura Seagulls. Roman Hefor is with Wairangi.
Roman, Papakura Seagulls 2016, you just made history. How do you feel, pal?
Lost for words, which is quite surprising. Usually I have something to say, but it's been a crazy season. You know, it's taken me 7 years to win my first Fox, and the boys pretty much they put in all the hard yards, and obviously throughout the whole year, you know, in the campaign. Yeah, it's been crazy, but it's well deserved for the boys.
Were you expecting it to be this close of a game? You knew that they would fight right to the end, but it was a tough one.
Yeah, definitely. We knew it was going to be a tough one, you know. Chev have been there 3 times, so they know what to expect, and they know grind footy inside out. So for us, the last time I played was 2009, and we've got a whole new bunch of boys coming in this year. But, you know, hard work pays off. So, yeah, what can I say?
As the captain of the team, you want to thank your supporters and the club in particular?
Oh, definitely. You know, our supporters, they've been there since day one, and obviously the coaching staff, they put in all the hard work, and, you know, and sometimes it's gone without, you know, unnoticed. So I take my hat off to them and to the boys as well. And we've had people like flying from overseas and all over the country to see us make history. So, and thank you to Auckland Rugby League and Māori Television.
Congratulations, mate. Enjoy the evening.
Yeah, it's going to be a long weekend. So, to my boss, I'm bringing in sick for the next 5 days.
Well done, mate. Enjoy it.
Roman Hefor is a lovely character as well. And speaking of lovely characters, and guys have contributed greatly to what is top class rugby league in Auckland. One of those men is Dylan Moses. Okay, didn't get the prize today, but he's been a champion, a captain, and a co-coach as well. Let's hear from him with Wairangi.
Dylan, it was always going to be a really tough one, down on manpower, but you guys fought right to the end.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know, got to hold our heads high. It didn't go away, but yeah, Kuru were the better side all year and today as well.
What were the tactics going into this one? Because I know you had Tavita on the bench as well, and it looked like you guys just wanting to hold in there for 80 minutes and give yourselves the best chance possible.
Yeah, that's the thing. We thought if we could take them to the back end of the game, you know, our match fitness having played extra game last week, you know, would have
benefited us and come in our favour. But yeah, we had our moments down there and just a few brain explosions, and you know, you got to take those moments.
Altogether, another good season for the Pirates. You know, you get a strong squad for 2017 as well.
Yeah, that's right. You know, it was probably one of the tougher years. You know, I think the turnover in players this year was probably the biggest we've had over the last 3 or 4 years. So, you know, a lot of point juniors got the opportunity throughout the year, and yeah, hopefully be better for it next year.
It's been a pleasure watching you in 2016, mate. Good luck for 2017, and enjoy the evening.
Too much, why? Cheers, brother.
He's a champion bloke too, good guy. Let's have a look at some of the stats, please, Rusty, as we check out the thing.
Yeah, only 51 to 49, so close there. Line breaks very much in favour of Papakura, 10 line breaks to 3. Offloads very close, 8-7 to Papakura, meters gained. It's very close again, 979 to 1,000. Tackles made there, over 600 tackles. That's a high quality match there. 346 to Papakura, 314 to the Point Chev Pirates. Tackles missed, again, very close, 13-11, and completion rate, 29 of 43, 28 of 39. The weather had something to do with that. It's quite greasy out there today, and there were some big hits as well in dislodging the ball. So a very, very, very strong, even game, and 8-12 is a good reflection. Looking at the errors there, 13 apiece. Kicks 14 to 15. Errors 13 all. Territory 50-50. Defending 8 to 10. Oh my gosh, it's so close. But the line breaks again, 10 to 3. So advantage, Papakura Eagles.
And they are now the Auckland Rugby League Fox Memorial champions. David Shearer in there. He came along to support the Point Chevalier Pirates. And we'll take a little break here. We'll come back to Mount Smart number 2 for the wash-up and our last interviews for 2016. We'll be back soon.
Yeah, Willard Hindman there, the manager.
Hi, my name is Angelo Giorgiali. I'm a restaurateur and I love the outdoors.
From the hunt
Off, we're on!
to the plate.
It's rustic, it's raw, it's real.
Feast your eyes.
Buzzing out.
And your stomach.
Oh, I so wish you were here to try this. I'm actually quite emotional about this. This is brilliant.
In the ultimate Kiwi kitchen.
Absolutely crystal clear, pristine. This is my kitchen.
The Game Chef. Monday 7:30, then on demand.
Come on, Patrice, for me. Get rid of the cable, let go. Good. And let's watch this on demand on the TV. Come on. You're so cool, Patrice. We're so cool.
Welcome back. Okay, Mark, it's time to play Chase Your Losses on the Wheel of Misfortune.
Fantastic.
You've already lost $127.80.
Yep.
Do you want the chance to win it all back on the Wheel of Misfortune?
Sure do. Feeling lucky.
Okay, Mark, off you go. Oh, Mark, you lost.
So close. Can I go again?
Trying to win back money you've lost is a clear sign of harmful gambling. Is your gambling still just for fun? Call the Gambling Helpline or visit choicenotchance.org.nz.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
I am an artist. So this is basically it.
Boys! I have never sculpted anything in my life.
I know what this is, but Are you seriously?
He's big, but has solid muscle.
I'm sure many a girl would like to ride on that waka.
Welcome to elimination number 4. Jordan, you're going home today. Yeah, to all the boys that underestimated me, don't ever do it again.
Hi, Rara. Back to your car.
Game of Bros. Friday at 8 on Māori Television.
Kia ora noa, 12-8, and the new Auckland Rugby League champions going up to receive their winners' medals and indeed the trophy. These are the Papakura Sea Eagles. Wonderful support from the crowd as well. They've waited a long time to get this recognition. There's a wannabe mayor there, Phil Goff, handing out the taonga. And as they mentioned while we were away at a break, there's going to be big old parties out in Papakura tonight. And so there should be. Richie Blackmore, the successful coach, as Rusty mentioned, the first coach that I know of anyway, to win with 3 different clubs. And what a day it's been for him. Let's hear his thoughts with Wairangi.
Blacks, mate. Coach, first of all, congratulations. A proud moment for you in the club history.
It is. I mean, 86 odd years. They've turned up here. They turned up 5 times in a final, come up short, and finally the club are able to enjoy what has been a long time before they eventually got their first Fox. So outstanding effort from the lads.
What was the difference for you, do you think, in this game? Was it just the hunger, or did you feel like you had the manpower for it?
I thought we had the manpower. Probably more important, we had the skill level and the conditioning behind them. We've creeped our way forward during the year, and what they delivered today had been the sort of things that we've been working on for through the competition, and which is why they become minor premiers this year. And I felt reasonably comfortable, but against a side like Point Chev, 3 years in a row they've won the Fox, which is not almost unheard of. We knew that they would be comfortable in this arena, so we had to be physically ready to stay in there with them.
Mate, an outstanding group of boys you've got here. You hopefully you'll keep them together for 2017 and challenge for the Shield again.
It's always a tough one. I mean, obviously we're going to just get away from here and enjoy the win that we have at the moment, and maybe after a few days, probably a few more days, we can sort of sit back and have a think about what lies ahead. But there's the boys there, and part of our job or our objectives as a coach, certainly mine anyway, is to try and assist for players to get to the next level. And if that is the case, you can't hold on to them and for your own personal gain. So I'm just going to enjoy the fact that we've got the win and we can finally get that monkey off the back that everyone's been talking about all week.
Mate, congratulations. Go get your medal and enjoy those photos with the winning shield.
Awesome, Wairangi.
Yeah, thank you to Wairangi. Thank you as well to Richie Blackmore. He's always been great with post-match interviews and the like. This is the moment that the Papakura fans have been waiting for. Let's enjoy the moment too, as Roman Heathor, the captain of the champions of the Fox for 2016, holds the coveted prize aloft.
And the boys there posing up for the proverbial money shot there. First time winners of the Fox Memorial, the Papakura Seagulls. Fox Memorial Grand Final champions 2016.
And there's a loophole. Terrific contributors, Dawson, Douglas, the Popo, Ikahihi for Wadibo. What about Ilia Kimuasi? What a great hand he played today in the game. Reece Joyce was excellent, the way he worked the team around the park. Out wide, Edwards and Ulevu was strong. Off the bench, Terence Phillips. And another acknowledgement of the ongoing contribution that he makes, named player of the grand final. Congratulations to Terence.
Yeah, Doug Price medal there, awarded to Terence Phillips. So this was the first time I've known that a reserve bench player to come up and get the player of the day in the grand final. So congratulations to Terence Phillips there.
And congratulations to the style that was played by the Pirates and the sportsmanlike approach from Dylan Moses post-game. This is a moment that Roman Heathor has been waiting a long, long time for. And we're very pleased to be able to have brought you the action. I want to pay tribute too to all the other teams in the Fox. And of course say thank you to Otaku, who they'll find their way to the Shaman next year. We'll have a new team joining us in the Fox in 2017. But I won't spoil your fun. You'll have to watch tomorrow afternoon on Māori television to check out who that will be. There's Reece Joyce from the Otala Scorpions via the Bombay Rugby Union. And now back through the NRL rookie. And now with the Papakura Sea Eagles in a Fox Memorial Championship. Thanks very much to all of our broadcasters here from Māori Television and indeed from Kahawai Productions. I'd like to also pay tribute to our alternate commentary team, Rangatira Hemanawaka, as well as our young fella, Moiho husband, Tuma Maharawira, who joined us today. Also to all of our crew in the truck, and in particular to Brendan Butt, who runs Kahawai Productions. Brendan, thank you so much for what you've done to promote local rugby league. It's been a pleasure broadcasting to you across Māori Television through 2016. I say that on behalf of all our camera crew, myself, Dale Husband, Rusty Matua, sideline with Wairangi Kōpū. It's been a pleasure bringing you the Rugby League in 2016. You can take a break across the summer. We'll be back next year. But for now, it's farewell from Te Pā o Rarotonga, 12-8, and the new champions of the Fox Memorial Championship, the Papakura Sea Eagles. From all of us here, it's hei konei rā.
Fox Memorial Shield. Coverage proudly sponsored by Crown Forklifts.
There is nothing like a crown for picking it up and putting it down. Flintstones!
Flintstones.
Modern Stone Age family. Wilbur, I'm home! Then rock.
Aeroplanes right out of his story. That's right, bring the family down the street.
Press your feet.
The Flintstones. Time.
The Flintstones, tonight, 6:30.
E tūtakarerewa mai hei te pōnei I te kāia kua ote te tohu I ngā mema katoa o te mātāwai, te rōpū hou e whakatairanga ana I te reo Māori. Kei te whai ana nai a Māhuta kia moko I tōna arero ki te reo Māori mō te marama o Mahuru, kei te kite a tinana ēnei rangatahi ki ngā whetū o ngā raupunga mangutaki whetū. Tahuti mai rā. Kua tohua ngā mema tokorua whakamutunga ki te mātāwai, te rōpū e whakatairanga ana I te reo Māori. Ko ahorangi Rawinia Higgins, rāua ko te mema mō te Puari New Zealand Trade and Enterprise, ko Robin Happy, ngā mema hou o te rōpū. E te taha o ētahi atu ngā mema te kaumatahi te maha. Kua whiriwhiria rātau e ngā iwi me ngā momo tōpūtanga Māori, ko ētahi atu ngā mema o te mātāwai, ko te Waihoroi Shortland mō te Tai Tokirau, ko te māngai mō Tainui a Pānia Papa, ko Bentham Ohia